Alright guys, so today we're here to talk about the key bindings, right? Key bindings and hotbars. So there is some stuff like you need to know, and I see a lot of people like doing mistakes, right, about the key binding, about the gliders, the mounts, and the pets. Okay, so there is a reason why you need to put like every single glider that you use on your hotbars, and same reason for the mounts. Okay, so we will start with the mounts. Okay, so you go to options and you go to pet control, right? Okay, so what you need to understand is like whatever keybind you choose that fits yourself, it doesn't have to be the same as me, right? It has nothing to do with this. But what's important here is that you bind your pet skill, okay? And you will need to bind these skills for PvP, okay? So you don't want to, we'll put this here. You don't want to bind these on your hotbars, okay? You want to specifically put keybinds on those skills, okay? So my mount is on my hotbar, so I will press Shift+3, will spawn my keyring. I will up on it using G, okay? Me, I use G, okay? But by default, it's F, right? If you press F, it will mount you up, okay? Me, I don't like it because if I'm close to NPC and I want to mount, I mean, I can like open the store instead of getting on my mount, okay? So if I press G, you see the option here is allow you to use the store. I will press G and it will up me on my mount, okay? So this is why I do this. Also, so yes, so Shift+Q, Shift+W, Shift+E, Shift+R, Shift+T. Okay, 6 skills. There is not a lot of mounts that has a 6 skills, right? Okay, so that's why I only bind 5. Okay, so Shift+Q, all right, Shift+T for the jump, cure leap. Okay, so this is how you do it. Like you want to have all your mounts on your hotbars, and you want to bind these skills, right? So you can just freely, you don't have to click on them, okay? Because clicking too many skills is very, very bad for PvP, okay? And so you gotta learn the right way, okay? It's like there's a big learning curve. Like the more keybinds you have, the more muscle memories you need to practice. But once you've done it, you'll see like everything's become so easy, right? Okay, so this is the first thing for the pets, okay? So it is the same thing for the battle pets, okay? The powerstone pets, okay? So when you will get LM, okay, you see how my LM is on my bar because I want to keybind it so I can spawn it, okay? It's the only battle pets on my mount, okay? Powerstone pets actually. And I want to use the LM skills keybinded as well. As you can see here, it's Shift+F, Shift+G, and Shift+V, okay? So, like I said, you don't have to use the same keybind as me. Use what fits you most, okay? It will help you a lot in PvP, okay? Alright, so the other thing we'll talk about is gliders, okay? So if you go to game keybinds, okay, so the default keybinds for gliders are R, T, Y, and U, okay? These are the keybinds that by default,
no target selected.
let me put this back here. Okay, so me, I bounded the same keybind, okay? And I will tell you why, okay? So if I press T, it will equip my Sky Amp. Then I press T again. It will use Sky Amp. Then I press T again, it will fly me up. So I press T 3 times for the same gliders. Then I can press Y for speed boost, okay? It is the same for the Sloth glider, okay? Sloth glider, by default, when you use the Sloth, okay, the back roll is on Y, okay? So if you want to make a quick backdrop roll with the Sloth glider, you will do Y, Y, R.
No target selected.
R to cancel the glider, okay? That's how you do it, guys, okay? You really need to set up your gliders with the same keybinds, okay? It doesn't have to be the default keybind, okay? I see a lot of people using shift, scroll wheel down, scroll wheel up, or like whatever fits you guys. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't have to be the default. It can be whatever you choose here, but you have to understand it will change. Like let's say I'm on the cloud, okay? It will change if I change these keybinds, okay? It will change like the R and T here, right? Okay. It will also change like if you're on a ship, right? Or let's my strata out. So it will change all the default keybind, like this windows that appear. It will change, okay? So very important that you put your keybinds for it to fit wells to you, okay? So like I said, I put the same keybind here as my Sloth glider for the back roll, okay? Back roll, R, cancel, mount up, okay, Kieran lead, okay? It's very important you do that, guys, okay? This is like a simple guide on how to get better at PvP. You want to use your mount very fast, and you want to use your glider skills very fast, okay? So I do the same for Ravenspine. Ravenspine default keybind for immune is U, okay? So if I press U, it's equipping my glider, as you can see here, okay? And then I press U again, it will take my glider out. Then I press U again, and I will get the immune boost. Then I can press T, Y, okay, using opinion, okay? So this is how you do it. This is how people move around with gliders and mounts, okay? So if you're in Aussie and you always have like issues getting into the clump, right? It's because probably your gliders are not bound well, okay? I see a lot of people using this default, okay, this like used glider. This is shit, guys. You don't want to use that, okay? Put that on your bar. This is very bad, you see, because you will have to click on a single glider in your inventory. Okay, where are my gliders? They're here, okay? So I will have to click Sky Emperor, then it will change here, so then I can use the keybind for Sky Emperor. Same thing with Crystal Wings, okay? Same thing with Slug Glider. You see how it changes here? Okay, it sucks. You don't want that shit, okay? You really don't want to use the basic used glider skills, okay? Do not do this, okay? If you want to learn, do not start wrong. You have to start the right way. You have to bind all your single gliders, okay? So I also see a lot of people, like all the buffs, okay? Like all some trash shit, right, on their hotbars, okay? I don't have many space on my hotbars for trash shit, okay? Lately, I had the mailbox and the warehouse. Now I cannot put them anymore, okay? I have no space for it, right? The music box here, it's more important than my mailbox, okay? So, you really need to figure out, like, what are the priorities, okay? So, weapon swap, very important, okay? On your skill bars, okay? Vehicles is sometimes important, but if you don't have space and you have like Okay, so as you can see, I have like all my mounts here, okay, that I use, then I want keybinded. Okay, so these are my 5 main mounts. Okay, there's my battle pet. I have 1, 2, 3 more mounts here. I have my dragon, okay, and I have my my elephant, okay, because when I rob packs, whatever, I want to control F, okay, get on my elephant, and shift E, right, for the movement speed for the packs, whatever, right? Okay, so very, very important. And these are my water mounts, okay, so on other keybinds. Okay, then I have all my weapon swap. I have 5 gliders that I use. Okay, I have spots that I kept that I don't know what I will put there. Okay, but I have two more like free keybinds here. Okay, so when I do castles, okay, and I get the castle ores, the siege, I mean, okay, so I put the siege ores here, so it's already keybinding. It's like a free keybind that I use. Okay, same shit for like, so the only thing that I really wanted was like the recall and the portal book, right? Because when you lead raids, you need to click on that shit very fast. Okay, the red scroll here, the basic arrow, because sometimes I need for pulling. Okay, and this is the drop trade pack. Okay, so when I want to drop a trade pack, I don't have to go to open the menu and right click on it. Okay, I can just like click here very fast. Okay, so this is very important. Let's make a recap. Okay, you go to options. Okay, pet control. You need to bind all these 5 skills. Okay, and then you will need to bind these 3 battle pet skills. Okay, for the power stones. Okay, and then game keybinds. You make sure you bind your gliders on these 4. Okay, at least 4 bind. Okay, slots. Okay, then you can use like other kill bind. You see like here, I press shift wheel up. Okay, I will equip rocket. Shift wheel up again, it will put me in the air. Then T. Okay, I will press T, then I will press Y for the rocket bomb. Okay, so very, very important to keybind well, guys, if you want to learn PvP. Okay, I'm not the best at PvP, but I can tell you one thing: if you don't do that, you will never progress. Okay, so I really hope it helps, and we'll see you guys in a future video. GG's. Thanks for watching.